Welcome to the Call Like I Don't See a podcast where we talk about movies, comics, games, sports, and virtual reality rappers. I am GP, and with me as a guest co-host today is a guy me and AD mentioned on the show before. He's a go-getter around these parts, well-rounded in the knowledge of pop culture. This is his first time as a podcast guest and co-host. Give it up for M Dollar is in the building.
How's everyone doing, man? I appreciate the love out there, man. It's my first time. Hopefully it won't be my last time.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be your last. So, M Dollar, how was your week?
Man, I had a great week, man. I had a great birthday party. I celebrated with my crew, Silver D and fam. Had a great time, great festivities, fun, food, and friends. It was lovely, great time. What about yourself? How was your week?
Hey, man, my week was cool. I started buying comics in a different way that I will mention during Put Your Face in This. Me and AD watched Dragon Ball Superhero, which was decent. And also, like you mentioned, AD's birthday was a blast. I feel like I've been hopping around parties for the last 2 weeks because my sister had one last week and now this one, so yeah.
Oh yeah, so you just been
bouncing around. Yeah. But it's time to get angry and call out what's been bugging you with Call It Out, M Dollar. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Speaking of calling it out, let me call out these impatient drivers in Houston. The tailgaters, the ones that really just make it unsafe on the roads today.
Right.
It's crazy how impatient they are. They want to tailgate you. It's just like, man, if you're not gonna make it up time, you need to get up on time and get on the road.
Can you give me an example of a situation that happened?
Prime example. On our way to the Civil D festivities yesterday, we sitting here on 290 just riding, then all of a sudden we trying to get over. It's already traffic anyway because it's raining. It's a little slow, and this Benz, she just right on my tail, and actually blew the horn once, and I'm looking like I have cars in front of me, around me. So then she speeds up, goes around me. 2 seconds later, as I look, she's only one car ahead of me.
That's
doing all of that nonsense, and you only went one car ahead.
Going nowhere fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, very fast.
But it was just crazy, man. It was just crazy. What about you, man?
Man, there's a situation where I was driving down, the single lane street.
Oh yeah.
And this guy trying to hurry up in front of me, but there's a school bus. You know where the school bus stops. You can't go nowhere past no school bus once they have a sign. Yeah. He didn't know it was a school bus, so he tried to and go into the opposite lane where where you can't go anywhere, and then he had to right back into my lane. I was like that. Yeah, that's what you get. Seeing what happens when you don't pay attention.
Exactly.
So that's a situation.
Just Samaritan, you left a little space for him to come back.
Right. Okay, so but my call it. You have another call it out, you say?
I got one more call it out that frustrates me.
Okay.
It's when people ask you for advice but never use it.
Never use it. Whoa.
I got a friend of mine. He used to work with me. He was a so-called rapper. Everyone's a rapper these days. But anyway, so he always have a lot of relationship problems with women. So we would give him advice. He'll ask, hey, what do you think I should do? Why do you think she did me like this? So we'll tell him, give him some advice. He'll come back. Oh man, this, that, and the third happened. So we're like, hey, well, did you use the advice that we gave you the day before? Did you use our scenarios or any knowledge that we gave you? No.
Nah, I forgot. I forgot all about that. You said a lot of words that I couldn't comprehend them, so
So I need to write you down the syllabus of what you should do. But man, it just crazy to me because it's like he's always coming with some issues, but he never listens to the things we say. And it's like, if the stuff you doing is not working, how about trying something new? Maybe
right. Or how about listening to what we say? Exactly. Just try that out. Yeah. Come on, man.
Nah, and I'm like, if you really don't want advice and you just want someone to listen, then hey, I'll be your shoulder to the crowd. You can vent.
And then better
Just
yet,
say you want to vent.
Yeah,
don't
right.
ask for advice.
Better yet, why even ask me? Why talk about your problems if you don't want to hear no advice, really, anyway?
I guess he's looking for a yes man. Want
Right.
somebody to feel be on the same page as you. But if it don't make sense, it just don't make sense.
Right. All right, I'm do my call it out. My call it out is people not people. This is from the Rolling Stone UK, and they saying that they labeling Harry Styles as the new king of pop. Oh, we all know who is the real king of pop.
MJ.
And I think who always will be. But they have the audacity to suggest that who is Harry Styles though, if you think about it.
My point exactly.
Right. Like, I understand he's from the UK and I understand UK want to represent their folks, but you can't label somebody. Yeah, he got to be at a certain type of status to be the new king of pop. I don't think nobody can or ever will, get to that type of status to be the king of pop.
Never again.
Nah, never again.
That's
nah.
almost like saying there's going to be another king of R&B. Regardless of what R. Kelly went through, he is the king of R&B.
Yeah. At the current state, even though.
Yeah, at the current state, yes.
Yeah. I want to go with that. But I was about to mimic him on that where he was screaming.
You're killing me, man.
Yo, this is my life. But you can't dethrone someone who had that status. You can't dethrone the king of pop. You just can't.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
It almost seems like they feel like maybe because of the way he passed and the little scandals and stuff,
right,
that maybe he tainted the title of being the king of pop. And you know how the culture is, different cultures, they want stuff to be pure. It's like, oh, once you get a blemish, it's like you basically forfeit that title. It's like, nah, it don't work that way.
Right.
No one's perfect, and I'm guarantee you this guy Harry, if you dig in his past, he probably got some demons also.
Yeah. But just career-wise, he's nowhere near.
Yeah, nowhere near.
We're
talking about a child star to an adult that turned into a legend. He's been MJ since he was a child.
Right. That is our call it outs. All right. A rapper that is in fact a robot named FN Mecca has over 10 million followers on TikTok, has recently signed with Capitol Records. FN Mecca is the world's first augmented reality artist to sign with a major label. I guess human rappers is out of the question. His debut single, called Florida Water, was released last week. While technically is voiced by a human, everything about the music is based in AI and is a mix of music, technology, and gaming culture. The label said signing is a part of an evolution of the music, 80 years history, with a preview of what's to come, which is nothing because the people have dethroned or debunked this as it being something. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
nobody didn't want this. This makes no sense.
Yes, it doesn't make sense, and it's almost like it's mocking the black culture.
Right.
And
Definitely.
it's crazy it's just crazy because you got enough going on in the real world, and now you got digital rappers and virtual reality rappers. It's like, what is this world coming to?
Right.
It's like everyone's looking for an escape.
Right. This dude remind me of a character from Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, for real.
Like, where did y'all get a one of those NPCs and just remodel him to be a rapper?
Right. Basically like a virtual Milli Vanilli.
Right.
You got somebody else.
Exactly.
You got somebody else rapping for you. You just a face for it.
Right. Come on, man. I wonder
come on up.
How did the contract signing process go electronically?
Right. And then I did a little research on the thing. The actual artists that whose voice they're using, they asked him. He didn't get anything in writing, so it was just a word of mouth contract. He agreed to it. He done the tracks and stuff like that, and it was the voice of the AI.
Right.
But the company messed over him. They didn't pay him anything. They kicked him out of the contract thing, and they went on and to what you see now, this FN Mecca.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been cool if this was like his character, and he presented to the label as let's do this way. I'm behind the scenes, but the audience see this guy.
Yes.
Like put him in the loop. Don't kick nobody out of the loop and use his voice and just be like, FN Mecca is real.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna do something like that, it needs to be really artificial intelligence. It needs to be a program that's just like with algorithms where it's just like it speaks, talks, and stuff for itself. It's really its own entity.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's not the same as having somebody being the voice for it. Like, it's not a cartoon. This is supposed to be something virtual. And for you to sign them, then you might as well sign the real person that made the lyrics and the
exactly. Song. You might as well. And why his debut song is called Florida Water, like he's from Florida?
Then the cold part about it, he has a feature by a major artist, Gunna, which is part of YSL Young Thug's
record
music
label
group, record label. And I'm like, then the FN Mecca character's not even in the video.
Right.
It's just basically Gunna and stuff like that. And I'm like, you Florida Water, where you get this title and how does that coincide with your character?
Is he from a computer chip that was lost in the Gulf of Mexico and they pulled him out and freed him from his imprisonment in the ocean? Florida Water. What do you think of the music though? Like, just you heard it? I heard the Florida Water.
I heard
song.
the Florida Water, and
right.
I heard that moonwalking. That it was kind of controversial because he kept throwing the N word around, and
that's impossible. You can't do that. You're not real. You can't.
Not only that, the company that created him tried to make him. They said he was multicultural character, say he could be from different ethnicities, not just black.
That you might as well be an alien,
right?
You might as well be an alien calling everybody the N-word.
So they were getting a lot of backlash about that. That's why I guess they had to 86 him and say, hey, you know what? It's not what we thought it was going to be. Too much backlash in the black community, but what do you expect? How you gonna say he's multicultural, but everything you're depicting is black related? They got him getting beat up by cops on the video.
Right. How can you kick away the guy's voice, which is black, and now you in the whole situation where people saying you saying the N-word from a person that's actually I don't know, man. It's all confusing to me. It makes no sense.
It's crazy. Yeah. Then I seen a clip where the FN Mecca supposedly was on Twitter and tweeted say, yeah, he's tired of living in the streets, man. He's not no rat or no snitch, and he's not trying to go to prison and stuff like that. We're like,
you ain't living in no streets. You living in people's phones. You like Electro from Spider-Man. You going through power lines. You ain't in the streets.
Not in the streets at all.
Oh,
he say it's hard in those cyber hoods he grew up in.
Cyber hoods, man. Yeah, ain't even. Oh, come on, man. You in ATM machines and cash registers. You ain't on those streets.
It's crazy, but for people to even take him serious and for him to have as many views and followings, that's really crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Really crazy.
10 million.
And it's like 10 million. It's like I don't know. Ever since this pandemic, man, it's like anything goes. Like anything new that pops up, it's trending.
Anything lazy too. Like just the,
You're right about
coming
that.
up with this idea is super lazy, man. Yeah.
This whole metaverse and stuff like that is also one of those. So where it's just like you say, lazy. It's like you can't make it in the real world, so you gonna be a millionaire in the fake world.
Yeah, NFTs and all this stuff here.
Yes.
Let's take people money another way. But anyway, Yeah. But you want to call it right then and there?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let's call it right there. All right. Next topic, which is another doozy. M. Dollar, do you like rice cakes?
I've tried them. They're not my fave. But I would have never thought they could have been hazardous.
Well, since you said that, a man sent out a warning for anyone on a diet after he gets hurt by eating a healthy snack. Reddit user Chip Rocket said, "If dieting is good for you, then why I've just sliced my finger on a rice cake," with a photo of his finger bleeding. After opening some chocolate, he says there's no point having a beach body if all the diet food is going to result in being all sliced to pieces. Now, rice cakes is just, it's not all healthy food is the hardest foods to eat. Like, how can you digest a rice cake or any healthy food if you saying that automatically it's hard? You just giving an excuse not to eat healthy foods, really. Right.
You can cut yourself driving. You can cut yourself picking up a hamburger, but that's not gonna stop you from eating that burger. It's gonna stop you from driving. You know what? Ever since the steering wheel damaged my finger, I'm not gonna drive anymore. Right.
You can damage yourself with a paper cut. That doesn't mean you gonna stop writing on paper. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna stop talking because your lip got so chapped that it just split.
Right.
Like, you know what?
You know what?
It's ridiculous.
I'm not gonna eat anymore. give me Band-Aids. Put some Band-Aids on me. I don't want to eat anymore. I ain't going on that type of diet where I don't eat anything.
The stuff that people come up with is like, it's crazy.
Right.
It's like, but I think now people are just doing anything just for some kind of recognition, to get popular about something, just to start a trend or go viral. Everybody looking to go viral for anything.
Or even make it like they talk about an accident, but make it bigger than what it even is. Like this here.
Yes.
Like, what did you do when you was eating this rice cake? Did you hit the rice cake because you was mad because you had to eat it, and it chipped your finger? Or it could be a lot of excuses. He's not going into detail on how this rice cake sliced his finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And even if it did slice your finger, you still have to eat it, and it still has nothing to do with your diet.
Right.
You getting your finger cut. Like, what does that have to do with eating healthy and your diet?
Right. He didn't want to diet in the first place. He's just making excuses.
He was looking at that rice cake. He's like, Reese's or rice cake? They both start with R.
Pretty tough question.
Let me see.
I eat Reese's all the time, but this rice cake just doesn't look good to me. Ow! This rice cake hurt me. I'm gonna go with the Reese's, what I always had.
It has smooth edges, not these sharp edges like these rice cakes do.
Plus, it's melted in my mouth. And not in my hand.
What do you do?
What do you do besides cut me up? I bet if I chew you, you'll break my tooth, don't you? I don't want you. Throw you away.
Oh man, that makes me think of, like, I saw online Nutella. When Nutella came out, it's hazelnut spread and stuff like that.
Right.
Everyone gets things confused because they say it's a better alternative for things. That doesn't necessarily mean it's healthy. So
that's true.
This one white lady, she sued Nutella, saying that they false advertised and said that it's not healthy. It has more calories than peanut butter and this, that, and the third. But I was like, have you looked at the commercials? They don't advertise Nutella as being something healthy. They just say it's an alternative if you don't want peanut butter or anything like that.
Right.
And she made a big fit of, and she actually won her lawsuit, won a few million off of that.
Oh, come on, man.
I was like, wow.
So she didn't even get hurt, really.
She didn't get hurt or nothing like that. It was just a fail. It was just like, cause you picked up a few more calories than you thought. Nah, you're mad at them.
Oh, you gained up pounds. Big whoop. Listen here. Hold on. Wait. It would be more easier if she was allergic to ingredient inside the Nutella.
Yes.
And then, sued the company. But come on, man. They giving her more money. That means she gonna eat even more, and she gonna get even more fatter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So the whole thing don't even make any sense. You just gave somebody free money.
And guess what? She never stopped eating Nutella either.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Now she got Nutella by the pound. She got Costco now.
All right.
She got the dough. You want to call it right then and there on that?
Call it, man.
All right.
Well, call it.
Hold on, Della. We moving on to quick bits. We talking about real news real fast. Okay. Sony is making a film based on the zombie open world game called Days Gone. You ever played Days Gone?
Yes.
You think it should be a movie?
Why not? They're doing everything else.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I even see they got a Last of Us show.
Yeah, it's coming up soon on HBO. Yeah.
Yep.
I want that, but Days Gone, not really.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. Next quick bit. HBO Max has canceled J.J. Abrams and Bruce Timm's Batman Cape Crusader animated show. Canceled. They canceled it, man.
Wow.
I don't know. HBO Max been canceling everything, man. Cancel City over there. Cancel City.
That.
Yeah. Another thing that's been canceled. Resident Evil has been canceled at Netflix after one season. Did you even watch?
Oh, I like Resident Evil.
You liked that show?
Yeah, I like the fact that they made it more black related to the characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they switched the game up on that from a cultural standpoint. I did like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's only so much you can do to really change Resident Evil.
Right, like they've been doing this too much. Like they just keep putting out Resident Evils and just no product has been great for it. So I don't know. I watched 15 minutes of it, the first episode.
The first episode is slow because it's mostly backstory, so you gotta get past that first episode and it starts to get way more interesting.
Okay, gotcha.
So just check it out a little longer. I think you'll like it.
Okay. All right, next quick bit. The Umbrella Academy has been renewed for a fourth and final season at Netflix. Have you watched the Umbrella Academy?
I've watched like half of an episode. It looked interesting, but it's like,
yeah.
Like you say, I would have preferred some other series that they didn't have second seasons to besides this.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, Umbrella Academy, I've been caught up with that one. It's kind of like what you said with Resident Evil, where you have to. It starts off slow, but you have to get into it. I guess in the middle of the season, first season, I guess. So yeah, I recommend that to you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Next quick bit. Jeffrey Dean Morgan has been cast as, well, he hasn't been cast as a person yet, but he's been cast in The Boys season 4 at Amazon Prime. You know who Jeffrey Dean Morgan is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You watched The Boys?
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes. I like it.
Okay. All right.
Give you a different outlook on heroes.
Yeah. Right. Next quick bit. Last one. Amazon Prime released a trailer for the 80s horror film My Best Friend Exorcism. What did you think of this trailer?
It kind of reminds me of a mixture of The Exorcist and Stranger Things.
Right. Yeah. The 80s music, the mohawks, the old looking school that they at. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a
I think it's gonna be all right though.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right.
I just hope it don't be too much comedy.
Yeah, I feel like it is gonna be too much comedy. That's the problem.
I got a feeling too.
Yeah. If somebody throwing up in your face and you not,
yeah, I'm not joking
overly angry, it's gonna be all comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And that was quick bits. All right. Moving on to a review for She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, episode 2, Superhuman Law. What you think about this episode?
I think the episode was cool. It started off a little slow, but I felt like it did lead up towards the end to some action.
Right.
But they shouldn't have had 2 episodes that started slow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like by episode 2, it should have been some action.
I think this should have been episode 1.
Yes, this should have been a long episode 1. Maybe should have even been an hour and just got that out the way.
Put both 1 and 2 together, and there you go. Explain that. That would be a lot better. But
a whole lot better.
Yeah, this was real slow for me. But it was a little steady little pace of how she gradually, you know, after the events with her fighting in the courtroom to her getting her new job at what's the name of it? GLK and H. Yeah,
GLK and A.
Yeah. What you think about that social media influencer with powers?
Oh man, that was crazy.
Right. I feel like they didn't put more focus on her. It's like it was so random. I was just like, what? Yeah, like
you got a villain coming in as a social media. I was like,
exactly. What? Yeah, right when you get powers and come back on your job, you gotta deal with this. Come on, man.
Then not only that, everybody's so calm when they see you transform. When your cousin, the Hulk, they act like he's saving people. They act like he the worst thing in the world.
Right.
You just randomly transform, and they're just like, oh yes,
okay. Back to the
court, right?
Back to the courtroom. What you think about that bar scene when she was She-Hulk and she was drinking, but when she changed back to Jennifer, she was super drunk.
She was super.
That was cool. That
was cool.
Yeah, from
I like the fact that she actually looks better as She-Hulk than she does when she's regular.
You think she looks better as She-Hulk?
Yeah, she looks better as She-Hulk. She got more swag.
Yeah, I think her confidence boosts up when she becomes She-Hulk. Yeah.
And then it's just like it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Right, but just in a better way. Yeah.
Yeah, in a better way.
You don't lose yourself and change it to another person. You just become more confident.
And then it's crazy too how she lost her job and nobody wanted to deal with her. And you would have thought that publicity would have been great for the firms.
They didn't want that liability. Like it makes sense, and then again it don't, because
it don't. Yes.
You want the popularity in your firm, but you don't want the injury and the damage caused by it. So yeah.
How much of the Hulk you think is gonna be included in these episodes as it goes on?
It seems like not a lot, but he might come back towards the end since he's going to that Sakaar planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about Abomination?
I think Abomination is trying to play the ploy as I'm a changed man, but he's really not. I don't think he's a change. I think he just want to get out of prison and willing to be a good guy throughout it, but I don't think his motives. I think he still had the same motives as he had in the Incredible Hulk.
Or what if it's a twist to it? What if he really wants to do better, but some driving force behind his situation and behind him is making him do the stuff that he's doing as of now, like that underground fighting stuff and this and that, or just making him break out of prison. I wonder if they trying to frame her or anything to make it look like maybe she helped him escape, so to speak.
Well, that's when Wong come into Shang-Chi. So I don't know. You saw Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah, I've seen Shang-Chi. That movie went hard. I like that.
Yeah. So I think it's the Thunderbolts. I think the Thunderbolts. You know that what's her name from Seinfeld? You know her character is rounding up her own version of the Avengers for the government. And I think that they wants him to be on the team, so they trying to find a way to get him out of prison. But what you think about her family dynamic?
They pretty eccentric, and they're eccentric, but at the same time, they seem like they got a real close knit family to a degree. Mm-hmm. And it seems like her and her dad pretty close.
Right. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't freak out that she's a Hulk.
Well, I guess they really didn't freak out because you remember her dad was like, this ain't the first Hulk that's in the family.
Right. So they got the history of that.
Yeah, they got the history of that.
Mm-hmm. And plus, he got her running around picking up heavy objects,
right?
Putting TVs on the wall and carrying up water bottles.
He said, "You might as well do something good with that strength."
Mm-hmm. I gotta wear back brace. You do it.
So her boss.
Yeah.
You think her boss is an evil character?
Kind of, sort of, because it seemed like he wants her to stay as She-Hulk form during work, which is kind of weird. And he just looks shady, man.
He do. He looks very shady.
Yeah. I want you to be on my new work farm. I want you to stay in She-Hulk farm if you don't mind. And I don't know. I don't trust him.
Yes, I don't trust the dude.
Yeah, there's something behind there. Some kind of ploy.
Yeah.
But what do you think about did you watch the scene with the reference where she was on her computer and they had an article on the side of the computer that says a man with metal claws fights in a bar?
Yeah, reference like Wolverine.
Yeah, reference Wolverine, and they referenced the celestial head in the ocean from the Eternals.
Yeah, from the Eternals.
Yeah. They finally referenced that because they ain't mentioned that since that happened in the movie in the MCU.
So
yeah. What do you give She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, episode 2? Out of 10.
Out of 10,
mm-hmm.
I would give it a 5.
5. I give it a 7 out of 10.
I'll give it a 5 because it was like, like we said before, if this episode would have been connected to the first one and then episode 2 would have been totally different, it would have been a whole lot better. But I'll give it about 5. It gave me like halfway there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I gave it a boost up for the comedy.
Yeah, I did like the comedy, and I like the actress that plays She-Hulk. She's pretty good.
Yeah, she cool. Orphan the New Black. Shout out to that show.
Oh yeah.
All right, time to move on to our top 5 Prince songs. Now we got some folks online gave their top 5, and I'm gonna shout them out. MC Paper Stacks from Player 2 has entered the podcast. Said in no particular order: The Beautiful Ones, Purple Rain, Electric City, Money Don't Matter Tonight, and Kiss. Now, The Beautiful Ones is a tight song.
Yeah.
Baby. King from Thirsty Nerds, shout out. His top 5 is Purple Rain. Everybody got Purple Rain. When Doves Cry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
1999. 7. Violet do good grind. And I'll grind all night to the live long day. Okay. I am on the organ. That song is weird, but just it's a pretty freaky song, man. Pretty freaky song.
It is.
All right. The podcast nobody asked for, shout out. That's their name. Nobody asked for.
Okay.
They only said 1, but they said it times 4. Raspberry Beret was their favorite song, I guess. So I'm switching over to you. M. Donna, what's your top 5?
I got I Will Die For You.
I would die for you. Yeah. Even if I wanted to you.
Sound like a good workout song.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
When Doves Cry.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I got that Purple Rain.
Uh-huh.
That Little Red Corvette. I like that. Little
Red Corvette. Baby, you drive it too fast.
That's my jam right there.
Uh-huh.
And then my 5th one is Diamonds and Pearls.
Diamonds and Pearls. Oh, man. That's a classic one right there.
Yeah, that's a classic one right there, man. I like that one a lot because it's not his typical style.
Right.
On that song. Gets more poppy than it is his other ones. More so like his own style, more band related. But I like Diamonds and Pearl.
Right. Yeah.
So, what about you? What are your top 5 Prince guys?
All right, top 5. My top 5 is Scandalous.
Oh yeah.
Probably because of the beat they use. Like they use the Batman beat, but more in the R&B way.
Oh yeah.
Let's go crazy.
Okay.
Let's get nuts. Come on, lady. Friendly word. 1999. Party like it's 19. Yeah, that's everybody should have that one on this song. On their list, I mean. Kiss.
I do like Kiss.
Yeah, Kiss is a classic one too. Yeah. Got it to feel it out. Turn me on. I want you got to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to be my girl. I just want your extra time in your kiss. And number 1, Purple Rain.
Oh yeah.
Purple rain, purple rain. Yeah. Guitar.
Oh yeah.
All right. And that was our top 5 Prince songs. If you have a top 5, it's still time to comment. I'll, tell it on the next episode. All right. It's time to put your face in this. M. Dollar, got anything to put your face or tell the people to put this face into?
Oh yes, I have 2 extraordinary tales. First, Oscar Mayer is making cold dogs popsicles.
Cold dog popsicles.
And they are hot dog flavored. Put your face in it.
And these, how do you taste it?
No, this is new. They're upcoming.
Oh, okay.
They taste
all
like,
right.
and they're going to be hot dog flavored.
Hot dog flavored. Yum.
And they look like wieners on a stick with a little mustard on the side. So, I don't know what I think about that.
I don't know neither. but put your face in that.
Yes, we'll see how many people put their face into that.
Okay. And what else you got?
Another thing, kindergarten teacher catches hate from parents lobbying for her to be fired because her body is too attractive.
Her body.
Put your face in it.
Now,
I just don't understand it. I have had some very terribly built
teachers.
Yeah, teachers, period. So I don't think that should be a bad thing, but you're lobbying to get someone fired because they're attractive.
I think that's just jealousy.
Pure jealousy.
Yeah. I saw the pictures, and that's just jealousy.
Oh, it's a teacher in New Jersey.
The kids.
She's an art teacher.
Those kids ain't gonna be worried about that. Just let the person have a job. How can you get somebody fired? Try to get somebody fired for looking the way they look.
That's sad. That's sad that it's even a topic. Like,
right, exactly.
This made the news.
Right, like, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. But y'all preach health and fitness and wellness.
Right. And so when somebody fit and well, you don't want them to teach your kids.
Where's that chick that's about to have a heart attack? Where is she?
I don't look like her, and I don't want my kids to see her looking like that.
And coming home wondering why Mom isn't, why she's a full-figured woman, and my teacher, no.
Looks amazing. But yeah, okay. Put your face in that. Okay. I put your face is what I mentioned earlier, a live auction called Whatnot, where you can buy, any interest you put on there. I don't know all you can, but I put comics, and it's like a live bidding where you can bid for comics. Live auction. Cool. Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, I bought some a few classic miniseries of Black Panther, which was cool. I gotta read those, but yeah.
What's your favorite comic book character?
Oh gosh, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Hands down, Spider-Man. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So put your face in that. Whatnot. All right. It's time to slow it down, slim it down, calm down for positive chakra. Yeah. And I got positive chakra for this week. Here we go. Never regret anything that make you smile. I'll say that again. Never regret anything that make you smile.
I like that.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Self-explanatory.
Right. Now that rice cake didn't make that man smile, but
not at all.
It'll make somebody else smile, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Effing Mecca didn't make. Well, it made some people smile, I guess. 10 million people on TikTok. Yeah, I guess. But yeah. All right. Time to yell out before we head out. M. Dollar, do you have anyone to shout out? Anything?
I want to shout out R.A. Son.
R.A. Son.
The favorite. R.A. Son. The favorite son. And my bud.
Yep. Shout out.
For always having my back and looking out for me and just being there for me and staying positive. And to my Civil D fam.
Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. I'm doing everybody. Everybody say whoop whoop just now. Everybody everywhere just heard you out and just say whoop whoop.
I like that. I like that. Positive vibes. Keep you going.
Yeah.
You have any shout outs?
Yes. A lot of birthday shout outs. Happy birthday to my father, Hawk Mo 64. To my sister KB in the building. To fellow guest and friend Big W. And to my co-host AD, happy birthday to all.
Yes, happy birthday to Big Will and AD.
Happy birthday. All right.
To you.
All right.
Don't forget that.
All right. Any last words, Mark? Well, I was about to say your name. Any last word? Any last words, M. Dollar, to the people out there listening? And yeah,
stay positive, stay safe. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it, because you can.
Right. It's nice. All right. That's it. That's the show. Now listen, folks. This is what we do. And now it's time to pay them dues. So we will catch you all on the flip to the flop. Thanks for listening. Peace. We love you. Bye.